Okay, picture this. The lights go down in Hall H, and you feel that electric silence, the kind you only get at Comic-Con when 6,000 people were all holding their breath at once.
Oh, yeah. I know that feeling.
And on the screens, this giant green cloak just rippling. The hum in the room is everything. And then a figure walks out.
Okay.
The metal mask comes off. And the shockwave that hit the room, it wasn't just casting, it was a seismic shift.
Wow.
The man who built the entire Marvel universe as a hero is back to destroy it as a villain. Robert Downey Jr. is Victor Von Doom.
And just like that, everything changed.
Welcome to StarScope Report. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jamie.
And today we are on a mission. We're not just reacting to a trailer. We are digging into the sources, Variety, Puck, the Hot Mic to really uncover the drama.
The Hollywood drama, yeah, but also the absolutely staggering money behind this.
I know, the secret plans. We're going from the red carpet shock to the boardroom gambles that make it all happen.
Exactly. Because a story this big, it's not really about superheroes. It's about the future of a multi-billion-dollar business. It's about a risk that could either save the studio or sink it.
So let's just dive right in with the headline. This isn't just a movie. It's probably the most expensive reunion in Hollywood history. $1 billion gamble.
Gamble feels like an understatement.
Looking at the numbers from Variety and Puck, it definitely is.
It's an all-in move. Marvel isn't just hiring directors. They are paying a king's ransom to get the old band back together.
So what are we talking about for the Russos, Joe and Anthony?
The reports say they're commanding $80 million.
$80 million.
Just to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars.
Just to put that in perspective for you,
yeah,
that's the entire budget for a movie like John Wick.
Yeah.
Just going to two guys before a single camera even rolls.
Yeah.
But okay, here's where it gets really interesting. That $80 million, it's nothing compared to what Robert Downey Jr. is getting.
Right. The sourcing says his package is significantly more. We're talking a base salary upwards of $100 million.
100.
But the real kicker, as always, is in the back-end deal.
So this is that first dollar gross kind of thing, right? Or something close to it.
It has to be. Most actors get a bonus after the studio breaks even, after marketing and all that. Downey's in a position where he's seeing a cut of the box office way, way earlier. And then there are the perks.
Oh, the perks. I heard about that.
We're talking private jets, dedicated security, and get this, a literal trailer encampment on set.
A village. Small village just for him. But, okay, let's be fair here. It sounds insane, but you have to remember the context.
For sure.
He pulled in something like $500 or $600 million during the Infinity Saga. He knows what he's worth.
And he had a condition. This is the crucial part. The reports say he would not come back unless the Russos came back with him.
That's the real power move. He leveraged his own return to force the studio's hand on who was going to direct. The actor basically became the showrunner.
Yeah. He told the biggest studio on the planet, I'll save you, but we do it my way.
So he's holding all the cards. But why is this all happening now? Why spend the GDP of a small island on 3 people? Is this confidence or is it panic?
Oh, it's desperation. It has to be. Look at the alternative. They had the Kang dynasty all set up.
Right.
They spent a whole phase building up Jonathan Majors. And then with his legal troubles, that entire storyline just collapsed. They lost their narrative spine for the next 3 years.
So they needed that break glass in case of emergency option.
And that option was shaped like Iron Man.
But here's the twist. The thing that's leaking out from insiders like DanielRPK, it changes the math completely. We thought it was 2 movies. Doomsday in 2026, Secret Wars in 2027.
But the schedule tells a different story. See, Disney officially added a mystery Marvel movie to their slate for December 15th, 2028.
Okay, that's interesting.
And the insiders are saying Marvel is seriously considering splitting Avengers, Secret Wars into 2 parts.
Wait, walk me through that. What would the finale look like then?
It would be a trilogy. You'd get Doomsday in late 2026, Secret Wars Part 1 in late 2027, and then Secret Wars Part 2 in late 2028.
A 3-year event.
That is.
That's incredibly ambitious.
It is.
Is that a creative choice, though? Or is that a cash grab to get the most out of these massive salaries we just talked about?
I mean, that's the cynical take, but probably the right one. If you're paying RDJ $100 million plus, you want to stretch that over as many movies as possible.
It amortizes the cost, spreads the investment. Smart, but risky.
Very.
But if you think a 3-part finale is ambitious, Wait until you hear about the script problems that could derail this whole thing before it even gets off the ground. And hey, if you want to stay ahead of these MCU rumors before they even hit the big trades, make sure you're subscribed. We've got way more Hollywood secrets coming up.
Right.
All right, let's talk about the production itself. We've got the money, we've got the stars.
Yeah.
But do they actually have a movie? Because the headlines coming from the set are chaotic.
Chaotic is a good word for it. First off, the location change. They moved the whole production from Atlanta,
Which has been Marvel's home for, what, a decade?
Exactly. They moved it all to Pinewood Studios in London. Filming on Doomsday started around April 2025.
Okay, shifting to London is a big deal. But here's the thing that really stood out to me. According to the Hot Mic, the script for Doomsday was, quote, finished. But the ending.
The ending was listed as to be written.
Can you believe that? You're filming a $500 million movie, probably, and you don't have an ending.
That is the kind of thing that gives studio execs nightmares. It's not normal for a project this massive.
It reminds me of the stories from Iron Man 1, where they were basically writing scenes on the day.
But that was a smaller gamble. This is the linchpin for the whole saga. You can't just improv a multiverse ending story.
Yeah.
It really just speaks to the heavy lifting these movies have to do. They're not just telling a story, they're trying to fix the Multiverse Saga. The goal here isn't just a climax, it's a soft reboot.
Let's unpack that term, because Kevin Feige has been very careful with his words.
Yeah, he says reboot is a scary word, but he's confirmed a reset to a single timeline.
So what does that actually look like?
Well, think about Battleworld from the comics. It's this patchwork planet made from the debris of dead universes.
It's like a cosmic cult of apocalypses.
Exactly. And in the comics, Dr. Doom is the one who stitches it all together. So the goal of this trilogy is to take all these different pieces, the Avengers, the Fox X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and merge them.
So by the time the final credits roll, it's just one cohesive universe.
One reality. It cleans up the timeline mess. It lets them recast who they want, keep who they want, and bring in the mutants without some crazy explanation.
It's narrative housekeeping on a galactic scale.
Perfect way to put it.
And speaking of merging, the X-Men. The rumors are just flying about who we're going to see.
Oh, they're heavy. We've seen set photo teases, insider reports, all pointing to Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen coming back for Doomsday.
Wow. RDJ's Doom versus Ian McKellen's Magneto. That is just acting royalty right there. That's cinema.
It is. And it directly connects the legacy of that whole Fox universe. There are even reports about a new Scarlet Witch project being developed sort of as a bridge into this new Mutant Saga.
Which is poetic, right? The character who once said no more mutants is the one who helps bring them back.
Exactly. It's huge. But we know the X-Men are coming. What we don't know is if the audience is going to show up to pay for it all.
And later in the deep dive, we're going to get into the massive box office problem that could force Disney to scrap all of this. Stay with us and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our breakdown when the numbers for Doomsday finally drop. So, we have the plan. A trilogy, a reboot, a gigantic cast. But let's get to the cold, hard reality check. Can Doomsday actually make the money it needs to? We're talking a $2 billion target.
That's the magic number. Infinity War hit $2 billion. Endgame was almost at $2.8 billion, so that's the bar.
The studio isn't just looking for profitable. They need a cultural event.
Cultural dominance. But the world is very different from 2019. The whole landscape of cinema has shifted.
Drastically.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the box office analysis, the international market has just shrunk.
Yeah.
China and South Korea were huge for Endgame. Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
But Hollywood movies just don't perform there like they used to. Local films are dominating. The Marvel magic isn't a guarantee anymore.
So without that international money, Doomsday has to massively overperform in the U.S. just to get close to those numbers.
Precisely. You essentially need everyone who saw Deadpool and Wolverine to show up again and bring their parents this time. Analysts are really skeptical that $2 billion is even possible without China.
And that brings us back to that whole secret trilogy rumor. Because according to DanielRPK, that third movie, it's a contingency plan. It is not set in stone.
It's a split decision. The report is that the green light for that 2028 movie depends entirely on how Doomsday does this December.
So let me get this straight. If Doomsday is a massive hit, they stretch into 3 movies and print money for another year. But if it underperforms, we might get a rushed finale in 2027.
That seems to be the logic. If the audience is hungry for more, Disney will provide it. If superhero fatigue is real, or if people just don't buy RDJ as a villain, they wrap it up and move on.
It's a dynamic strategy. They're making decisions based on real-time box office data.
Which puts a crazy amount of pressure on this December's release.
So what are the fans saying? Is the hype real, or is it just noise?
It's deeply polarized. Seriously, you look at the Reddit threads, and it's a sharp divide. You have one camp that sees RDJ's return as just desperate nostalgia bait.
Like the studio's out of ideas.
Well, we can't write a good new villain, so let's just pay Iron Man to be the bad guy. They see it as cynical.
Okay, I get that. But the other side.
Teaser trailer got 1 billion views. 1 billion. People are hyped about the tagline, new mask, same task. There is a genuine curiosity to see the ultimate hero become the ultimate villain.
It's the most viral casting since Endgame.
It really is. It's that train wreck idea. Or maybe the ex-lover theory, you know? You can't look away.
Even if you hate the idea, you kind of want to see if they can actually pull it off.
And that curiosity, that sells tickets. Whether you love it or you hate watch it, you're probably buying a ticket.
Hate watching still counts at the box office. That is true. All right, let's wrap this up.
Okay, so when you take a step back, the stakes are just... They're terrifyingly high. You've got this huge financial gamble on salaries, a production that's making up its own ending as it goes.
And a corporate strategy that is literally betting the next decade on this soft reboot working.
It's the ultimate all-in moment for Marvel. They are pushing every single chip they have into the middle of the table.
And if they win, they secure another decade of pop culture dominance. If they lose,
the whole landscape changes forever. We could see a major downsizing of the whole superhero genre.
I want to leave you with just one final thought here. We've talked about the reboot, about merging timelines, about who's coming back. But in every reset, something gets deleted. If Secret Wars creates one single new reality, who doesn't make the cut?
That's the really scary part, isn't it? To make room for the X-Men? To pay for these salaries? We might be saying goodbye to a lot more of the current heroes than we think.
Not everyone survives a reboot. A chilling thought. You've been listening to StarScope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in.
And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.